ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a nice MIA tournament first round game on a moist Thursday evening, March 3rd, 2016. My name is Robbie Lowy, and I'll be accompanied by Jason Procaccini and Jonathan Carnino.
It's great to be here, Rob.
It's an absolute pleasure, Jason.
Really excited to sit here and watch this game with you boys.
So am I. Any thoughts on O'Brien headed into this one?
You know,
They seem to be getting pretty pumped up right now.
Wow.
Hype squad.
I was actually told in the car right here with Bobby Harrison that the Foxborough girls don't know much going into this one. They're just going to play it up.
Wow.
How does Bobby Harrison know that?
He talked to his sister, Cassie Harrison.
Actually, no, I happen to know as well. My mother had, from an inside source on the team, their coach, that they're struggling to get film on O'Brien.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
This is one of the teams they did not scout, I was told.
Wow.
But, you know, we'll
Tough
see how the
bid.
girls handle adversity.
Fun fact, we actually would have played O'Brien if they had beat Dartmouth tomorrow.
Very true.
Would have been quite the matchup.
All right, here goes the tip.
Ashley Sampson taking the tip.
Number 11 with a nice tattoo on her right shoulder. Love expressing yourself.
Great pass.
Tough play for Lily Sykes. Foxborough girls are really pressuring the O'Brien team. Great pressure. Foul on Grace Tamulonis.
Three refs for the state tournament games. I noticed that last night as well.
You know, they can really see everything with 3 refs. I really like it.
I like it too.
There's the first three for O'Brien, which won't go. And Sykes looks to push the ball.
3 by Ashley Sampson. Does not hit.
O'Brien out in transitions.
Oh. That was nice. Fancy.
Number 11 with the quick three, doesn't go
You
down.
know, O'Brien does not hesitate to shoot threes.
Just from a quick eye test, I'd say number 11 is the best player on O'Brien.
I'd agree with you, Jason. She looks like she's got all the physical attributes. Grace Tamulonis looking like she's blacking her out already. Wow.
Chloe, can you tell me what blacking out is?
It appears that she's trying to, or at least that's the term our team uses. It appears she's face guarding her.
Yep.
As you see there, it looks like Tamulonis was trying to prevent her from getting the ball and ignoring the other players.
Number 2 seems very quick.
Yep.
Cass Harrison gets the steal.
Sampson, exceptional player, manages to corral that one.
Seems like the O'Brien pressure is getting to
Yeah.
the team.
You gotta love the chanting O'Brien's got going, the energy their bench brings.
Yep.
Not necessarily as a Foxborough fan, but just as a fan of basketball.
Swish.
Great hit by Ashley.
Wow, wonder if we'll see a replay of that one later on.
Number 2 cannot handle the pressure. Grace Tamulonis with
Great
the
take.
finish.
What a tip pass from
Foxborough
Lily
pressure
Sykes.
is really affecting O'Brien, it seems like. Early timeout for them.
Wow, Jonathan, seems like both teams are being affected by the pressure.
They really are.
Do
But
you agree with that?
I would agree.
Oh, what's this?
This is a replay of Ashley Sampson's 3. Wow. 500th point for Ashley Sampson. You heard it here first.
Congrats, Ashley.
And for those of you who weren't aware, she is only a sophomore.
Only a sophomore. Chloe, if you do the math on that, when do you think she'll get her 1,000th point?
Well, it depends on the number of games she's played thus far in her career.
I would
but
say she will
I
get
would
it, though, her
estimate
senior year.
Sometime in her senior year, or possibly if she amps up her scoring, sometime even in her junior year.
You know, she's just picking up the scoring year by year. I think next year she could even, possibly late in the year, early senior year.
Wow.
Love to see your name up on that 1,000-point banner.
I'd love to see your name up on that 1,000-point
I would
banner.
as well, but you know, not even near it.
I mean, we do have some games left in our careers, Jonathan. You never know.
True. Could
Yep.
get 800 points in 2 years.
The O'Brien
2
coach
games.
not liking what she sees early, calls a quick timeout. Let's see if she makes any changes.
Let's.
You know, for a playoff game, I expected the gymnasium to be a little bit more packed.
It looks like the Foxborough section's pretty full. It appears
Yeah.
O'Brien's fans didn't
Lacking.
necessarily want to make the trip.
Yep.
What they lack in size of their crowd, they make up for noise in all of their chants.
Good finish by 11.
And as Jason said, number 11 looking like a really solid player this far.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what she does this game.
Great look inside.
Wow. You know, Foxborough, the bench really cheers too in the games. You can hear Mackenzie Anderson. She gets really into it.
Yep, Mackenzie Anderson, great senior leader.
She's a captain.
As well as Jaleesa Allen. Both of them really lead by example.
Quick screen by 11. She shoots the 3.
Wow.
You know, I think Jason was right.
She is impressive.
You know, O'Brien, they may have a solid team, but it appears that number 11 is the straw that stirs the drink.
I like that one, Rob.
Oh, wow.
Great
Nice
hit
3
by
for
Cassie
Harrison.
Foxborough getting some deflections early. Turns O'Brien over.
Another 3 for Cassie.
Interesting.
Ashley Sampson, nice board.
Looks like O'Brien's not extending the side of that 2-3 zone, so those shots that Tamulonis and Harrison are getting will be there all night.
You know, that's her shot, Robbie. That is Tamulonis' shot.
Really does.
She has a great
Belongs to
mid-range
her.
game.
100% ownership.
The pressure of Foxborough gets to him again.
And right now, Foxborough holds a 10-5 advantage with 4:35 remaining in the quarter. For those of you listening at home.
Good pressure by Lily Sykes.
Foxborough is putting some great pressure on.
Do love me some good pressure.
Oh, she broke her own ankles on that one.
Obviously not literally, folks. There's no damage, but she did fall down.
O'Brien bench is really getting into it.
Oh.
Tough shot.
Big putback there from number
4.
Number 4
4.
O'Brien.
We do not have a roster, so we don't know the names.
Cass Harrison, another 3. Drains it. Wow.
Nice, Cassie.
Hand down, woman down.
That's what they say, Rob.
That is what they say.
Tough shot. But they get the rebound again.
Wow.
O'Brien's looking to crash the boards early.
And if you're Foxborough, you definitely like to see that cleared up. Second chance points will kill you.
The mid-range shot is owned by Grace Tamulonis.
Foxborough's on fire.
Wow, the pressure. Pressure is just killing O'Brien in the full court.
I love me some good pressure.
15 points for Foxborough already in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Pressure without fouling, of course.
You can take a look at Grace's jumper.
Oh, yeah, here's Grace's jumper.
Swish.
Yum.
She got up there on that one.
Yeah, number 11's a good athlete. Very
As
good
I said,
athlete.
physical attributes.
Oh, spin move. Shoots it. She is very confident out here on the court.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Great
Easy
pass.
layup for Carolyn Will.
Great look.
Who, by the way, is an MIT comment for soccer. And while we're on that subject, Jonathan, is it true you've committed to BU, Boston University?
This is true.
For what?
Just for school.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Oh, let's get a 10-second call. No,
That was a close one.
it's very close. I didn't think. I looked. I didn't see the refs counting. So
Number 3 is not afraid to shoot, but she completely misses. Wow. That was a strong take out to Lily Sykes. Foxborough owning the boards.
as our coach John Gibbs says, offensive rebounds lead to open threes, and that's what Foxborough just got.
No, I don't think I've seen John Gibbs arrive yet. I believe he said he was coming to the game.
He did.
Kristen Bortolotti checking in for Cassie Harrison.
Taking a look at Cassie's 3.
There it is.
Beautiful. Oh, 2 threes. We're going to take a look at her second 3. Beautiful.
Foxborough with the 17-7 advantage. with 2:10 remaining in
Oh,
the quarter.
great high-low look right there. Couldn't finish.
You know, that's what you got to do against the 2-3 zone if you want to get good looks. You can't just settle for threes. You got to work the ball inside. That's what Foxborough managed to do there.
Ashley Sampson keeps her in front. Tough call.
Looks to me as though they got tied up with the ball. I didn't think it was a foul, but
you know, guys, I like to let the players play, the referees referee,
yep,
spectators spectate, announcers announce, and coaches
Ashley
coach.
has her hands all over the ball right there.
Yep. You got to be wondering what the ref is seeing there.
I mean, personally, I just like to let him officiate.
Number 3 has a smooth stroke, even though she hasn't made one yet.
Number 3 is definitely someone to keep an eye on. She's shooting with confidence.
Yeah. As soon as she gets into the rhythm of the game.
Oh, she got her hands on the glass. Maybe she would have finished that one. Number 11, no look pass. Crafty move by number 11.
Number 11 has some very impressive moves.
Good finish.
But she did play some James Harden defense on the other end and let Ashley Sampson just walk right by her. Oh, great hustle.
Lily Sykes finishes.
Almost.
She did not finish, folks. It is 19-7 Foxborough. 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
See if they can hold them to a single-digit quarter, as John Gibbs would say.
Wow.
That was a good pass.
That's
Beautifully run pick and roll there.
She found her on that one.
She did find her.
number 11 looks to be shaken up.
Take a look at Ashley Sampson's layup.
Yep, as I said, some James Harden defense being played there.
Just kisses it off the backboard, gets that friendly spin over the rim.
None being played at all.
Wow, that thing almost hit the ceiling on that free throw.
Knocked down a satellite, as Colin Spinney would say.
Looks like we have Haley Mailing checked in for Lily Sykes.
See if she can hit some threes this game.
And Shannon Smalley checked in for Carolyn Will, or Grace Tamulonis.
That's a tough one. She doesn't understand the call, but it was a violation.
For those of you who are listening to this live, that was a violation on the shooter, so the basket will not count. Foxborough ball.
She crossed the free throw line before the ball hit the rim.
Smalley with a strong move.
Gets the ball ripped apart.
I don't like that call.
That's a shooting foul. You know, it's almost like the players and refs are mic'd up. I can hear them, the bench especially.
Really? That's interesting.
Number 3 with the soft take there, and I think the ref bailed her out. I don't think she was going anywhere with that. As Rashid Wallace would say, ball don't lie. She missed the first one.
Jason, you were saying ball don't lie a lot last night.
I was.
And the ball did not lie, I'll tell you that.
Nope, it never lies.
Mr. Gilreath above the left shoulder of the shooter.
Great guy.
I agree, Mr. Gilreath.
One of the biggest Foxborough basketball fans you will find.
Mr. Gilreath is a remarkable person.
Good pass.
Smalley. And that's a tough shot.
Great ball movement. Foxborough got an open shot. Couldn't hit it.
So to end the quarter, Foxborough is leading 19-9. Solid defensive effort.
Single-digit quarter. You love to see a single-digit quarter.
Any thoughts so far on the game, folks?
You know, I think both teams are really pressuring the offense, and I think Foxborough's handling a lot better than O'Brien is.
Yep. Seems like O'Brien is definitely taking some quick shots. But I'm guessing at this point in the season, if they're shooting them, those are shots their coach is comfortable with.
Let's take a listen to the huddle. I think we can hear it.
53's on the court, you guys, and they're in the
Wow, you can.
23 still, which they may go full court man, which is what they were just in, but we got to recognize that and don't leave her, okay? If they're in the 2-3, get the ball to the corner, you guys. We can get the ball like
we have
over
just
here.
received
Get it down here a little
Number
bit.
11,
Go
the,
to then
good
the
player is
person
Elijah
foul line
Stoner.
Can dive down, but if it goes
Good to
down
get a
the
name on that
corner,
one.
you're gonna be
Jordan
wide open.
Hunter
Time
Coleman
this
is number 10.
direction, okay? We got to rotate the
Number
ball.
3, the shooter.
Anticipate them to be in a man, though. That's what they were just in. So
Yanirus
work
Briggs.
Set that screen, then run that ball, guys. Together.
All right. Let's see how this quarter goes. Let's see if Foxborough can have another single-digit quarter defensively. Ball being inbounded by number 2, Grace Burns. Over to Elijah Stoner.
I think her name's Aliyah.
Aaliyah. Thank you. Grace Burns with the 3.
Great play by Ashley Sampson. She dug out the post, what she's supposed to do, and recovered to contest the 3, and then even got the rebound after.
Yeah, Sampson for a guard, she really comes up with a lot of rebounds during the games, and she loves to push the ball afterwards, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Pressure being a key word this game.
Speaking of pressure,
I think the pressure's getting to her head a little bit.
Joe Morrison just walked by the table. He put some good pressure on the ball.
One of the best defensive players in the state, folks.
I'd have to concur.
Three-pointer for Haley Manley. The bench is very loud.
As much of a tough possession as that looked like, Foxborough actually worked the ball around pretty well and ended up with a 3.
Steal by Lauren Playhive.
Love to see that.
And play high for
Using
2.
her left hand on the left side.
She brings great energy off the bench.
Great energy and great mechanics.
Jordan Hunter Coleman with that shot. Looked confident shooting it.
That she did, Jonathan. That she did.
Nice foul line jumper for her. Oh, great skip by Haley to Kristen.
Good rebound by Lauren Playhive.
Playhive with the rebound and gets to the line for 2. Again, just bringing the intensity off the bench, attacking the boards. And every second chance point you get is key.
Lauren Playhive only 30% from free throw. Let's see if she can hit these. And she does. She hits the first one.
We have Lily Sykes checking in for Ashley Sampson.
Faith Bush and Sydney Ray, as well as Lily Sykes, check into the game. She hits both. Well, you know, that changes their percentage.
I would think so, yes.
Aaliyah Stoner shoots the 3.
Fair ball.
You know, I would say she has the total green light to shoot. That's what it appears
and
like.
I think the feel of the game got to her there. She sees her team down 15 and rushed a shot early in the shot
She's
clock.
trying to be the hero.
Yep. Your team probably did not want.
And you know, as Coach Gibbs said in tournament games, you don't want people stepping up. You just want everyone doing exactly what they did during the season.
Yes. Shannon Smalley takes it to the rack, gets fouled.
Shannon Smalley, 35.3% from the line.
Going to the line for 2. That's also a Bill Belichick concept. Do your job. I'd like to think that works, and
even in the biggest games.
Considering he has 4 Super Bowl rings.
And here's 2 subs coming in for Foxborough.
Cass Harrison checking in for Kristen Bortolotti. Looks like Grace Tamulonis will be checking in for Shannon Smalley.
Jason, speaking of Bill Belichick, what are your opinions on Deflategate?
Oh, hey, I don't think you want to get me started on that, Robbie.
You know what? You're right. I probably don't.
Shannon cannot hit the second free throw.
Stoner coming down with the rebound.
Stoner dribbling with her head down. She's not looking at her wide open teammates. Trap. Oh. Tough foul call.
Tamulonis and Sampson checking in here for Smalley and Sykes.
That's Sykes' second foul.
Oh, you know what I noticed, guys? We aren't keeping track of stats.
Wow, that's a shame. You're right.
Number 3, Yaniris Briggs hits the jumper.
No surprise there. She's been looking very confident, very fluent in her shot all night, and she
That
hits her
three
first
makes
one.
the score 26-14 Foxborough.
Haley Milling with their second 3 for the night. Timeout O'Brien.
On our boys team, we like to say February is Mark Clegg month, and it looks like March is Haley Mailing month, as she is 2 for 2 from 3, on fire.
Let's take a listen to the huddle.
The Warriors now hold a 15-point advantage with 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining.
Like the two defenders are just going to open up the middle. If you get it here, though, and there's someone on you, opposite is wide open because the entire defense is shifted to where the ball is. Okay? So defensively, you guys, we're going to be.
I don't know if this is.
Just for a couple
I don't know
times,
if the folks at home can hear this, but
so you'll be on the
we're
ball,
hearing
you'll
what's
be back.
inside the huddle right now.
You guys
Maybe
will be
Lisa Downs is picked up.
Okay? So just maybe for once. So just want to
I'm thinking that maybe that there's a microphone underneath the bench.
Come on now. Come on now.
And alrighty, O'Brien ball, 29-14 Foxborough, 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Number 41 is checked in the game for O'Brien, Faith Bush.
Tough shot for Shannon, for Lauren Playhigh, sorry.
And O'Brien looking to push the ball here.
Haley Milling pressures number 3 into the turnover.
Oh, nobody covers Ashley Sampson.
Sampson attacks, kicks it.
Cass Harrison.
That's a good look. That is a very good look.
Oh, and we have number 11 in the open court.
Stoner to Bush. Nope, sorry.
Burns.
To Burns. Thank you.
Grace Tamulonis, foul line jumper.
That is her shot, I think it's safe to say.
Cash money.
That was a tough play right there. Tried
Tough
throwing
big.
it out of bounds to Stoner, and Burns just hit the backboard.
O'Brien does not seem to be very organized in their press break.
No.
They seem to let number 11 handle it, and if she can't, then she can't, and they seem to be content with living with that.
Wow.
Ashley Sampson and 1.
Some may call that an intentional foul with the two-hand push in the back. Others may just call the shooting foul.
I like to let the officials officiate, the spectators spectate, the commentators commentate, players play, and coaches coach. So I would like to let the officials make that call, Jonathan.
Robbie, I'd say the same in most cases, but that's a dangerous play right there. Number 11 gave a two-handed shove
I would
in the
agree
back.
100% with you,
Maisha
Jason.
Lewis checks into the game.
Good for her. Sampson misses a free throw, and Tamulonis comes up with the O board.
Foul called here on number 4, Kiara Bailey. Not a shooting foul. Both teams have 5 fouls. I believe it's 7 for the 1-and-1.
Sounds right to me, Jason.
You know, it's pretty interesting actually being able to listen to the Foxborough bench.
Really is, Jonathan. Any takeaways you've got so far?
No, not really.
I do. I have a takeaway. Miss P is very vocal.
Yep, Miss Petrovic, beloved gym teacher at Foxborough High School.
Yep.
One of the most positive people you will find, folks. Great influence on high schoolers.
She's in better shape than me. Good for her.
Oh, definitely. Better shape than me.
That's tough. Robbie, you are an Olympic athlete.
Wow. Looked like there was some contact on that drive by Harrison.
Tough pass.
Alrighty, 33-14 Foxborough.
Number 3, Hunter Coleman brings up the ball.
O'Brien looking to cut the deficit
Asada
down.
Providence could not finish that one. Ashley Sampson up the court. Foul.
When you're down 19, you need to be able to make those open bunnies. Let's look at Ashley Sampson's take. Gets hit on the arm. Great call.
Ashley Sampson shooting 67% from the line this year.
She just missed the front end.
And Carolyn Will checks in for Haley Mailing, I believe.
And she hits it.
Hits the back end to push the lead.
Look
to
at those
20.
3 good-looking guys.
Wow, really love Jonathan's visor. And the one in the middle.
Oh,
That's
Tough bounce.
We have a scoring update in the girls' tournament. Falmouth 11, Sandwich 6 after 1 quarter, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
To the best of my knowledge, I believe that the Foxborough girls win this game. They will play the winner of that.
Oh, that makes sense.
And the Warriors currently hold a 20-point lead with a score of 34-14, 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the half.
Number 30 checks in the game for O'Brien. Madison Theriot.
And Bortolotti draws another foul driving baseline.
1-1 now.
The ref with an emphatic call. Joey Crawford-like.
Love to see referees in command of the game, you know? Once they start to lose control, that's when things can start getting unsafe for the players. As Jonathan would know, being a retired youth basketball referee.
It gets intense, you know. Sometimes if you don't have the players in control, it just becomes hectic, fights break out. It's ridiculous. Kristen Bortolotti at the line. 68% from the free throw line.
And cashes in on our first one right there.
I once had a coach tell me a very wise saying, you have to count your pennies, referring to free throws. And Foxborough is doing that. They are counting their pennies.
She sinks the second one as well.
And that would be 2 pennies for her, according to your coach, Jason.
Yep.
But you know those pennies over time can add up to winning or losing a tournament game. And for the seniors, the end
Travel
of your career.
call. Great call by the referee. O'Brien coach does not look happy with their player on that one.
Great roll by Carolyn Will. She can't finish though. Great look for Foxborough.
That's the kind of high percentage you want your offense to be able to get you.
Especially with a lead like this, you don't want to be taking crazy shots, letting the other team get back into the game.
Yep.
Great defense.
Steal by Carolyn Will, who dishes off to Harrison.
O'Brien on the fast break.
Slows it down, sets up the offense.
Oh,
Beautiful
City.
block by Bortolotti.
And a great pass by Harrison. Sampson draws the foul. You know, this is just fun to watch right now.
Gonna take a look at that block by Bortolotti.
Gonna take a look at that block by Bortolotti.
And there's Tristan Bortolotti swatting the O'Brien player.
Ashley Sampson wets the free throw.
You know, ever since I said that, Foxborough has been counting their pennies. 4 for 4.
Good save by Stoner. Just kidding.
All right, with a minute left, Foxborough up 38-14.
You know, the Foxborough offense right now is just like a well-oiled
You know,
machine.
30's doing a
Very
windmill
efficient.
dance over there to pressure.
Wow.
Good hit by Grace Tam.
Grace
And
Tamuona seems to be automatic from the mid-range game.
And a steal by Harrison and the finish
And one.
with the foul.
Oh, you gotta love it.
And you see the camera woman help her up.
I do love it. You know,
I saw it, Jason.
You know, that's the atmosphere Foxborough basketball is built, just helping each other up.
Yep. Great anticipation by
Foxborough
Cassie
really
for the
came to
steal.
play tonight. 42-12 with 50 seconds left in the
Wow.
first half.
Wow, I kind of want to avert my eyes from the second half of this one, but things might get ugly.
Gonna take a look at that foul.
Oh yeah, here's Harrison getting hit.
Wow. Just helps her up.
Stoner
Unreal.
tries taking over. Front rims it. Good finish by Cassie Harrison.
Pushes the lead to 31, 45-14 with 20 seconds left in the first half. Foul call on Foxborough. Carolyn Will with the block.
Here's Cassie's layup. Strong finish.
Here's Cassie's layup.
And there's a strong finish by Cassidy, got her hands on the backboard.
Questionable.
Similar to what Jonathan specializes in. Best finisher in the Hockomock League, in my opinion.
Thank you,
10
Rob.
seconds left. Sampson up to Bortolotti. Ball bounces around and Sampson comes up with it and finishes the half on a good note.
Wow. Goodness, not much to say right now.
Yep, I am
Not much at all to say.
speechless.
47-14, Foxborough holds the advantage.
Wow.
Headed into the locker rooms of this one.
Almost wonder what the O'Brien coach can even say at this point to her team in the locker room.
I wonder that all the time.
I don't even.
That's-
I'm
We're
speechless.
looking
right
at
now.
the whiteboard of Lisa Downs right now. I see the ball. That must be a defensive note. Don't reach. Yeah, they have been reaching a lot.
Wow, we really are getting a great look into
Sloppy.
the coaching staff of Foxborough.
Would you say Foxborough's been sloppy?
Can't
thus
win
far?
a playoff game being sloppy, folks.
Bunnies. Is that what it's? Yes, they are missing bunnies, I believe is what that translates to.
Yep.
That
And-
bunnies are easy layups.
You know, Lisa Downs is an experienced coach. She knows this game isn't over, even though it might be. She still coaches through it.
I mean, there is a lot of time left on the clock, so
You know, this is a true test of what a team really is. Will they come out of the locker room and, you know, finish the second half hard, or are they going to let O'Brien come back a little bit?
I would wager O'Brien does not get to 47 points in the game. So if Foxborough doesn't score in the second half, they could even win it.
you know, good teams like to let teams hang around. Great teams put their foot on the other team's throat and stamp the life out of them. So we'll see what Foxborough does here.
No,
heading
I
into the
hope
second half
I
of
hope
this one.
Foxborough does not let up on the gas pedal.
No bubbles.
No bubbles.
And we're back for the second half of the Foxborough Warriors O'Brien Tigers first round playoff game.
You know, the Foxborough Warriors really jumped out to an early lead, led by Lily Sykes, who is currently inbounding the ball right in front of us.
And the score is 47-14 in Foxborough's favor. Any adjustments you think O'Brien will make in the second half?
You know, I'd like to see them handle the Foxborough pressure better. Maybe they can stay more calm. Maybe not take so many bad shots.
Maybe they could call Michael Jordan up and give him a uniform.
That would most likely help.
Even if they could call up Gary Procaccini from his high school days, have him lead them to
Aaliyah
comeback
Stoner
victory.
with the air ball. Right now, we just got a scoring update. Falmouth 23, Sandwich
16.
at the half.
The winner of which I believe Foxborough will play
Yes, they will, Rob.
in the future. Not tonight.
Only if they win this game, though.
That's correct,
Yep,
Jason.
they
That is correct.
They still got to finish the game.
Uh-huh.
You know, they should have the mindset right now that this quarter's 0-0. Restarts.
Well, I would agree with that statement, Jonathan.
If they win the next two quarters, they win the game automatically. That's just how the math comes out. Cassie Harrison for three.
Stoner pulls down the rebound after Harrison's three hits the side of the backboard, but that's a good shot.
I think the backboard jumped in front of her shot a little bit there. It looked like there was some movement.
I don't know. It might have been just me, but I didn't see it.
You know, even with a 30-point deficit, the O'Brien bench is still in the game. Grace Tam. She usually hits those ones.
Usually does.
Aaliyah drains the three.
Harrison with the corner jumper. I believe that was a two.
Foxborough is getting open looks at will.
The pun there being that one of Foxborough's players' last name is Will.
Timeout O'Brien. Early timeout in the half. Taking a look at Cassie's last basket. Corner jumper. Splash. Sounds like Lisa Downs thinks that her team's coming out a little bit sluggish.
Yep, she's asking her team to pick up the intensity.
Looks like she's aware of the difference between a good team and a great team, and she wants her team to not just be good, she wants them to be great. O'Brien, meanwhile, gotta wonder what's going on in that huddle.
You're showing yourself here. You get the ball. Look for that shot, but the first instinct is to look opposite. Here we go.
It's really nice to get an inside look on the Warrior huddle during timeouts.
I love it. I could do this all day.
Well, Rob, don't think I could do it all day. You know, I have school and other commitments, but it's good to know you could.
Obviously, I don't want to, but just watching Mrs. Downs coach, absolute pleasure. That was my point.
Ashley Sampson makes it difficult for the O'Brien player to inbound it.
And Stoner comes down with the ball.
She is a true athlete.
She is. Let's see if that'll be enough to drag her team
The
back in
vertical
this
jump
one.
of Dan Lenahan, many would say. That is a double dribble.
Smothering defense by Foxborough being played to start this half.
Smothering. Good word choice.
Thanks, Jonathan. Wow.
Yep.
Sampson splits 4 defenders and gets Sykes the open 3.
Another 3 for Lily. She converts.
That one's good. Wow, Lily Sykes is a real on-ball pest. She's definitely one of the leaders of Foxborough's perimeter defense.
A Joe Morrison comparison would be fair.
It would be. Are you gonna?
As mean as this sounds, other than number 11 on O'Brien, it doesn't seem anybody on this team could hit the broadside of a barn.
I would agree with that statement, Jason. Ashley Sampson at the free throw line, shooting at 67%. Hits it.
Yeah, O'Brien's definitely struggling to generate some quality looks inside.
Wow, that's a beautiful picture right there. I think that's coming from Chris Lowy's camera.
Chris Lowy does love his inventive camera angles.
Number 3, Yaniris Briggs handles it calmly at the half court.
Settles for the deep 3 again. Wow.
Deeper than a coal mine shaft.
That's a good one.
What part of that shot exactly was deeper than a coal mine shaft, Jonathan?
The area in which she took it.
Ah, thank you. I'm afraid I got a bit lost in that comparison, but
Stoner takes it to the hoop, passes it out to Yaniris. Yaniris seems to be looking for another 3.
I think that broadside of a barn might be turning to an ocean, as O'Brien has not converted on the last.
Wow.
they have been struggling to score for a long time.
5-6 possessions.
And you know, as Coach Gibbs says, defense travels, and shooting sometimes will leave you, but your defense will always be there.
Yep.
It appears that O'Brien did not have that tonight.
I also, another one of my coaches once told me that you should take the 3 out on a date, but you should not marry it. And O'Brien is just jacking it from 3.
Wow, Jason, I really wish I'd had your experience with coaches.
I think it's fair to say that O'Brien has married the 3.
They have.
Yep.
No, it's been a 10-year marriage.
Committed
Anniversary's coming up.
Committed relationship.
Yep.
Beautiful wedding rings. Very jealous.
Bought a mortgage.
They have grandkids already. They've been married a while.
However, in my career, I would rather just take it on a date. But good for them.
Great look inside to Mackenzie. Great hustle.
Great hustle by Cassie.
Great ball movement by Foxborough. Cross-court pass. Mackenzie Anderson sealing inside.
Great hustle play by Anderson right there.
Mackenzie and Cassie showing true hustle on that possession.
And you know, as Coach Gibbs says, in March and February, you win with your seniors, and that's what Foxborough is doing here tonight. As well as contributions from the other players.
Rob, it's March.
I said March and February, I believe.
All right, thank you.
But it is March for those of you watching at home.
March 3rd.
Yes.
March 3rd, 2016.
Yaniris handling it with pressure.
And
Over
another
to
tough
Cassandra.
There's a made field goal for
Put
O'Brien.
up by number 10, Jordan Hunter Coleman.
They've really been struggling to hit the offensive boards, which is key if your shots aren't falling.
Lily Sykes for 3. Wet.
Boom. Dropped it in the basket like dropping a rubber duck into a bath.
Yep.
Let's go, Foxborough!
And Joey Garrity, one of our beloved peers, is still in the crowd cheering Foxborough on strong.
Great rebound by Tamulonis, and Foxborough is still looking to run. No mercy from this squad.
You know, I don't even think a weatherman could predict that Foxborough would rain threes like this.
Wow, another one for Sykes.
She is on fire.
Somebody might need to get a hose because she is heating up.
Yep. I think
I was gonna say she's on fire, but That had already been said.
Oh. Foxborough is at the 62 mark.
Goodness.
That's very impressive.
Lily Sykes is really doing well in this
Foxborough
stretch.
at the 62 mark, O'Brien with 19, and still a minute 40 left to go in this quarter.
You know, it almost looks like O'Brien is just getting sloppy, getting sluggish, as Lisa Down said earlier about her own team.
Ooh, that almost might have been a backcourt violation
Yeah,
by the O'Brien point guard.
I agree with you, Robbie.
I think the ref kind of feels bad, but no one feels bad for anyone.
Nobody
ever.
feels sorry for any of the O'Brien players, folks.
And Lily Sykes looking like Aaron Rodgers out there.
Another 2 for Harrison. And once tournament comes around, it is an eat or be eaten world.
Number 21 is limping. Looks like she has a prior knee injury.
Yep,
as evidenced by the brace.
She might have rolled her ankle.
Might have done a lot of things,
Here's a
folks.
look at Cassie's shot fake.
Oh,
That was
Kisses
good.
it off the backboard.
couldn't quite see what happened.
She
there.
took her time.
She did. Great finisher. Her experience really showing on that one.
Well, it's just a frustrating time for O'Brien. I believe they won a prelim round, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, if they did, they could have felt pretty confident coming into this game, and then, you know, these shots
Good
aren't
hustle
falling.
by
Exceptional
Shannon
hustle.
Smalley, Mackenzie Anderson, and number 31, Sydney Ray.
Wow. Been very impressed by Sydney this game with her intensity, passion, and physicality down low. Congratulations, Sydney.
Keisha Santana getting.
Shot clock violation. I don't even think the refs were aware that that was coming.
Wow.
I was sure not aware of that.
Yeah, that caught me off guard.
I was definitely surprised.
Thought there was actually an error, maybe that someone pushed a button or something, but no.
Nope. Mr. Fay does not make mistakes on the scoreboard.
No, I would agree.
And if he did, no one would feel bad for him.
I might. He's a good guy.
He is a pro's pro.
Another 3 by Lily Sykes. That one does
Bounces
not
out.
fall.
But the rebound by Anderson.
You know,
Smalley looking to attack down low. Avoids a double team.
Good shot fake rip.
Flayhive looked like she drew some contact there, but based on my principles of letting the officials officiate, I'm not going to comment.
the Warriors are getting some seriously good minutes out of Mackenzie Anderson. She's crashing the boards, giving hustle. Oh, another buzzer goes off that I was not aware of.
Well, that one was the end of the quarter, Jason.
End of the third quarter.
Foxborough holds a 64-19 lead on this moist March night.
Yep. I could honestly have fallen asleep if Foxborough wasn't raining it from 3 so badly.
Gonna take a look at all the threes that Foxborough has hit. Lily Sykes has really been confident at the 3-point line. Wow.
You know something funny, Jonathan? It seems like all these shots are from behind the 3-point line. Imagine that.
That would make a lot of sense, Rob.
It's almost like we're being shown a clip of just Foxborough's 3-pointers. Unbelievable.
There's a look at Kat Tamulona. She graduated last year.
Former Hockomock League MVP.
She was, I think, under 20 points shy of being a 1,000-point scorer. That's rough.
Really?
Very close.
But you know, a lot of people would give a lot to have a career like that. But now let's focus on the current Foxborough Warriors basketball players as Kristen Bordelati looks to inbound and begin the fourth quarter.
Kristen Borlotti shows no fear as she inbounds the ball.
Oh, well, Jonathan, what exactly would she be afraid of? Certainly not this O'Brien squad's defense, as evidenced by the 74 points the Warriors have put up.
All right.
Alrighty, O'Brien ball, 64-19 Foxborough.
All right. Stoner brings up the ball. (64-19) to start the fourth quarter. But you know what? You know what's really catching my eye, Rob?
What's catching your eye, John?
That
I'd love to know.
O'Brien bench is still into it, even down 40.
I agree. You got to respect that.
You know what is also catching my eye?
What, Jason?
Mackenzie Anderson's hustle.
Kristen
Bordelatti
Bordelatti,
drains
great.
another
She
three.
shows no fear with that one.
Again, not much to be afraid of, I don't think, Jonathan, but
Mackenzie
love
Anderson
your
with the
support.
offensive board led to an open 3.
I agree with you, Jason. I'm really impressed by Mackenzie and the time she's played.
Another thing catching my eye is our wonderful trainer, Amy. She's looking at the O'Brien player that seemed to twist her ankle.
And a three-pointer there by O'Brien, but this may be a classic case of too little, too late, as the game certainly appears out of reach.
Ball out on O'Brien. Foxborough ball. Inbounded to Bordelatti. Bordelatti to Sykes for 3.
Almost
Does not
another
convert.
one. Stoner looking to push in the open court.
Ashley Sampson, Haley Melling check into the game.
Great shot of one of our camera women there.
She looks very into this game.
She seems to be loving it.
And Stoner draws the foul and converts the
And
mid-range
one.
jumper.
The and one foul.
And Stoner, I believe, is one of the 2 seniors on this O'Brien roster. Is that accurate?
That's accurate. This must be rough, being down this much in her most likely last game of her career.
Yeah, it makes you really reflect on how lucky we personally are
To get to continue
so
our
far,
season.
at least. Yeah, that we've
That
been
is a
continuing our
violation,
season.
I believe. It did not hit rim. Would you agree
yes.
with that?
I honestly didn't see, but I'd
You are-
agree with you, Jonathan.
You are right. It did not hit the rim.
I would agree with you.
Grace Tam checks into the game.
For Shannon Smalley of Foxborough.
I'm just noticing, Foxborough has seemed to, everybody has seemed to play, I believe, and that's really important this time of year because you need everybody to have fresh legs.
Mm-hmm.
No, at this point, they should just be resting their starters for the next game.
I mean, I don't think it's really our place to tell Coach
Not
Downs
our
what to
place.
do. I like to let the coaches coach, players play, spectators spectate, commentators commentate, and officials officiate. But I bet your opinion is appreciated by all of our viewers.
So, Robbie,
Mm-hmm.
what is your favorite holiday?
Favorite holiday?
Yes.
I'm personally a big fan of Thanksgiving.
Me too.
Why do you like Thanksgiving, Jason?
I'm a big eater. I love food.
A hog? Would
Yep.
you say?
Some could say a hog.
Julissa Allen is checked into the game for Mackenzie
Anderson.
Anderson.
Great to see another senior get in.
You know, Loie, what's on your mind for questions to ask Lisa Downs after
Yes,
this game?
there will be an exclusive one-on-one interview, me with Foxborough coach Lisa Downs after the game. I don't know, I'm probably going to ask her what Foxborough's defensive preparations were after this dominant display.
Cloth talk coming up.
No, I'm not sure if there will be a cloth talk, just an interview. But if cloth talks will get you to watch it, then by all means.
Awkward play right there.
You know what? All of us can't be as smooth and athletic as you, Jonathan. Some of us just have to make do with what we're given.
Fair statement.
Great shot of Ashley Sampson there. And Stoner looking to go out of her career, hopefully with some better moments.
You know, I think at this point, Stoner's just trying to go out with a bang, get hers.
Get hers. Mm-hmm.
timeout, Foxborough.
And let's see if we can listen in on this one.
Girls got a rebound.
And there's Bruce Bowden leaving the game. Head of Foxborough Youth Basketball, I believe. Referee coordinator, great guy, he's done a lot for the youth
Someone
program.
else is going to get the ball. If it's a loose ball or a rebound,
Really
you're
appreciate
boxing
all of
out,
his contributions.
Go get the ball. Okay, release your girl, go get the ball. First is one to the ball, grab it, look for your outlet, secure it, and then push the
Jonathan,
ball.
this
Okay,
game's
if you don't
closing
have enough,
moments. Any
get
thoughts
out,
you
set
have?
our offense.
Any
We
questions
gotta
you'd
make
like me to
we're
ask
boxing
Coach
out.
Downs?
That's not good down there, okay?
You know,
no more fouls.
No, I don't really
Go,
have
go,
any
go,
questions,
clean it up.
but
Concerns? Compliments?
no,
Complaints?
I'm really actually just surprised to see such a blowout in a tournament game. You know, you expect better quality games out of that.
Do you know what seed the Warriors are?
The Warriors are. I don't know.
I don't know either. I was just wondering, but I don't think they're that. I don't think they're like a top
I think they're
4 seed.
about 6 to 8 around there.
Yeah. So typically with a 6 seed and a 6 seed game, you don't expect this much of a blowout.
I'm guessing they're playing. O'Brien might be around 10 or 12 seed then. You would
Yeah.
not expect a blowout like this.
Maybe a 1 versus like
Hey,
a 20, but
the,
certainly not this.
The Cedars make mistakes sometimes, and
Also,
it's evident that Foxborough is.
You know, the
a
seeding's
better
actually
team.
done by record, so there's no Cedars.
strictly winning percentage, no
well-
strength of schedule. So
Well, Foxborough is evidently better than their seed and record will appear.
I
so-
completely agree.
or O'Brien could be worse.
You know, the season actually starts back at 0-0 once playoffs hit. So honestly, seedings don't mean anything at this
It
point.
appears that Foxborough is going to be 1-0 and O'Brien will be 0-1. Unfortunately, that's how they're going to end.
At this point, I'd like to ask Robbie what his favorite candy is.
My favorite candy, Jason, I'd have to go with pear flavored Twizzlers.
Pear flavored Twizzlers.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of those.
Can you
too,
buy those
actually.
at any
Five Below,
convenience
folks.
store?
Five Below. Unreal.
Good hustle by Jaleesa
How
Allen.
about your favorite type of cheese?
I'm a big fan of.
I'm a sharp cheddar type of guy.
There you go. I'm personally a fan of Parmesan. I can put it on pasta, eat it plain.
I'm a provolone
Very versatile.
type of guy.
Similar, actually, to Jonathan Carnino, who can guard a variety of positions and play both on the perimeter and in the post on offense due
That's
to
just
his
who I
upper
am,
body
Rob.
strength.
That's just who I am.
One of the top players in the area. He was a league all-star honorable mention this year and a key contributor to our team. And still is.
That one looked like it might have hurt.
Foxborough is still giving it their all. They are looking to make a statement here.
Sampson, Tamulonis, both still playing.
As-
2 starters left in.
As my father has always tried to teach me, never play down to the competition, and
Gary,
Another 3 by Haley
true
Miller.
competitor.
you know, I think the girls know that lesson better than me.
Especially Coach Downs. I may ask her about that, how she managed to keep her team motivated.
You know, they just did not let their foot off the gas
They
pedal.
didn't. They really didn't. And they proved themselves to be a great team tonight.
And you know, I would like to know how many threes the Foxborough Warriors have hit tonight.
Led by Sykes, of course.
Because, you know, I checked the forecast this morning and I did not see that it would be raining threes tonight.
I didn't either, but I mean, it
You
is
know,
a moist
are
night.
not always right. The weathermen are not always 100% correct.
Uh-huh.
It's a monsoon out here.
Can never trust a weatherman until you see one.
El Nino.
Might need to bring some swimming goggles.
After 3 quarters, Falmouth 29, Sandwich 22. It looks like it's a close game over there.
Definitely different from what we're seeing here, in which Foxborough leads 70-28 with 3
and
minutes
that's
and 10
it's a
seconds
very
left.
low-scoring game. There must be a lot of good defense by Falmouth and Sandwich.
Defense
or
does travel.
Maybe it's poor offense. You know, we don't know.
We don't.
Nice look at John Flannery in the crowd. Very, very tight undershirt.
And Connor Downs, no sleeves.
Connor Downs is the son of Coach Lisa Downs. Fun
Yep.
fact.
Oh, really?
Connor's a great kid. Great
Bowden
personality.
commit for football.
He's a polar bear.
No, polar bears are going extinct though, so that worries me.
Wow. Trying to send a
You know,
message there, Jonathan?
I'm just saying, I would hate to see my children not be able to experience a polar bear in the local zoo.
Have you experienced a polar bear in your local
Never
zoo?
have.
All
But
right.
my kids definitely can't
Really?
either then if I never have.
You're missing out, Jonathan. Want to go to the zoo after this?
Sure.
Love it. It's a date.
Mackenzie Anderson checks into the game. I'd love to see her get hers at this point.
Could I tag along in there in that date?
No.
Of course you can, Jason. You're always invited.
Awesome.
Haley Melling takes over the point guard position at this point. Looks like the move-up Gibbons has checked into the game too, number 20.
Good for her. She does have one varsity point in her career, a made free throw, so good for her.
No, she has 1 penny then.
Oh, great look from Jaleesa.
Doubtless has a bright future. Anderson looked like
But
she
you
got
know,
hit on
you know the thing about 1 penny? If you only have 1 penny, you always lose it, because you know it's just tough to keep track of it. Shot clock violation by Foxborough.
Well, that is that looks like what O'Brien was trying to do the whole game, and they
No
did
doubt.
it with 2 minutes left.
You know, it's a little late to the party.
Right up 71 points, but they got what they were looking for eventually.
70-28 at this point, 2 minutes left.
Stoner with a
the
deep
game.
three, which rims out. And Bortolotti looking to push the ball. I think one of the main things that separated Foxborough, when they get out on the break, they pull up and then look to set it up in their offense, where O'Brien appears to just jack up more shots quickly.
Yep.
Could be just a philosophical difference, but Foxborough definitely appears to have the right judgment. Mailing with another three.
Mailing and Sykes have really lit it up, and Cassie. Everybody's getting in on the action tonight.
Stoner with another take. And you got to feel for her and her fellow senior, who is her other senior? Number 24,
Jaleesa
Cassandra
Allen
Rodriguez.
gets her money. Scores in an MIAA first round playoff game. That's a memory to remember. You know, I'll never forget my first basket in a playoff game last year. Wide open pass.
I remember my first playoff game against Bishop Fiat, actually. First round in Bishop Fiat, and they were the 1 seed. It was a pretty close game, actually, but they pulled away.
They did.
So Chelsea, don't cheat up here.
My
Like,
sophomore year.
Way down here. So you want to
No,
extend the defense.
I actually
If you get into the middle
I
here,
had
you're looking
32
opposite
minutes to
from
play
where
in
you
that
see.
game.
First
Late
of all,
foul
try
up
to
by
zone
Justin
there.
Zupanik.
You played for 32 minutes?
32 seconds.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, very
Late foul
jealous.
up by Justin Zupanik, and I checked into the game to relieve him.
You can be
Justin
on
was a great senior leader.
Great kid.
Battled through a knee injury his senior year, but great positive influence.
He's over there at Westfield State now, getting his money.
Still somebody I think a lot of us look up to on both a personal and a basketball level.
Absolutely. Great kid, never did anything bad.
Never.
Never. Just, you know,
The type of kid you want your daughter to come home with on a date.
exactly.
At least if you were a parent.
You know, I wish I could be half the man Justin Zupanik is.
Also, his parents have done a ton for Foxborough basketball. A lot of respect for them as well.
Great pasta, great bread in the pasta parties.
Ran the concession stands for a long time.
Good hustle by Mackenzie Anderson.
Anderson's energy has really impressed me. You know, it's tough to sit on the bench for a while in a game, but she appears to show no ill effects of it.
You know,
Coming out there and playing with passion.
that's a play where you just got to know your team.
You know, O'Brien is not the strongest team, but I would hate to see people undermine what Foxborough has done here tonight.
You know, I have a question for you too. What do you think's going through the O'Brien heads, especially for the seniors, knowing that in 1 minute and 2 seconds their season is over?
Specifically Stoner and Rodriguez.
What do you think they're thinking?
I don't know, Jonathan. I'm not them.
All right.
It's tough. Jonathan,
But,
what do you think's going through their heads?
You know, I think they're upset. You know, I think they're definitely, you know, having flashbacks of the good times. You know, I hope there's more good times than bad times.
As I was saying before that, I would hate to see I would hate to see the Foxborough effort get undermined tonight because they did really take care of business.
Yeah, they're definitely a superior team to O'Brien, but
yeah, they were well prepared,
Foxborough,
had their minds in the right place, and took care of business.
yes.
they did not have to travel far for this business trip.
And to be a good team, you got to take care of your business against the great teams as well as the teams that are a bit lower than you.
Exactly.
Or in this case, apparently a decent amount lower, but you get my point. Wow, I cannot wait to go to the zoo after this with you guys and see a polar bear. Really excited.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know what I can't wait for, Robbie?
What, Jason?
Our car ride home.
Nice floater.
That's
but
almost
it
as
did not
exciting.
fall.
Great rebound by Anderson. And with 22 seconds left, it appears this one's all but over. The Warriors holding a commanding 75-28 lead.
Tough travel.
And you love to see the Foxborough fans stick this one out, support their peers.
You know, they've been here from the start, and they'll be here till the end.
Yep. Games like this aren't always the most exciting, but you know, it's the support for your classmates that counts. Your good weather and bad.
Very bad travel.
The Warriors still playing there.
You know, it's good to see the refs
defense.
continue to call.
O'Brien travels, gives the ball back to Foxborough, and they'll look to dribble this one out.
The refs are refereeing this till the end. Great to see. In a blowout, a lot of the time you see the referees just, you know, kind of slack, but they're not.
Actually, one of my friends, Colin Spinney, this is his favorite time to shoot. Notorious for last year, hitting 2 3-pointers against Southeastern.
No mercy,
in
as he would
blowouts
say.
With under 10 seconds left.
All right, well, that's the game. 75-28 Foxborough. That's just, you know, almost a 50-point win. Very close of it.
Great start to the tournament for the Warriors. We will see you later.
Pure joy out of the Warriors bench.
Stay tuned for a post-game interview between Rob Lowy, Hawkmock All-Star for the Foxborough basketball team,
That's
and
me.
Lisa Dans, coach of the varsity basketball team.
Cannot wait. Connor, I'm going to interview your mom. 1, 2, 3. Good.
That's actually a week, therefore not a day.
Jeez, time flies when you're having fun.
Any comment on our height difference?
I love it.
Do you like it? Anyway, Rob, do you remember our presentation in English the other day?
How could I forget?
It was pretty cool. What?
Inside joke between everyone.
Yeah, that's funny, dude. Anyway, what is your opinion on Mark Clegg?
You know what? I think he's a decent kid with a subpar personality, great eyebrows.
What about his shooting? What about his shooting skills?
8.5 Steve Fosters out of 9.
Out of 9.
So that's pretty good for those of you watching at home.
All right. Anyway, so we're gonna move on to James Blake now.
Of course.
So,
First, I'd like to compliment your plain white tee.
Chris Lowey's videotaping.
so
God.
give me your opinion on your father's videotaping technique.
I thought he chose a lot of interesting camera angles throughout this game.
Really?
He can hear you.
Really? Yeah, I think they can.
Opinion on Downs going to Bowdoin 2020 football?
I'm kind of worried because polar bears are definitely under threat of extinction.
Sit down. Wave to me.
Chris Lowe, if you can hear this, you want to give us a wave?
Here we go.
Oh, hold up. She's coming. Let's go. No, I'm supposed to stay right here. He said stay right. He said stay right here. I'm staying right here. I'm not moving the center. Yeah.
Oh no! You can't make me laugh.
I won't.
No, stop. I used to coach him when he was this high.
Keep the mic in that hand. You got to keep it about that far away
Right here?
from where you speak. Okay?
Yep. Hi, my name is Robbie Lowy, and I'm here live with Foxborough coach Lisa Downs after this win. Mrs. Downs, how did you keep your team focused as the score of this game spiraled out of control?
Well, that was one of the things we talked about at halftime, was just not making some bad mistakes that can turn into bad habits that are going to be critical going forward. Most likely we'll be facing Falmouth on Saturday, who is a very talented team. They have some big players down low, so we really focused on playing some good, solid defense in the paint and then working on our rebounds. So we just made little goals for each of the girls to really focus on in third and fourth quarter.
That's good, yes, because that's definitely one of the things that separates good teams from great teams. And going forward, how do you feel about your team's chances? Did you set a goal preseason for how far you want to go, or is it just take the games as they come?
I mean, obviously we like to get as far as we can get, but we're just taking it one game at a time. So now we focus on Saturday. Obviously we got to the to the sectional finals last year, and it was a little bit sad to leave at that point when it was just within your grasp to get to the next level. So we'd love to get to beyond where we got to last year, and with this team we have the depth that we could do it.
I would agree. From watching the games, you guys seem to have a lot of talent. And one final question: if you had to describe the identity of your team in one phrase, what would it be?
Oh gosh, so the camaraderie this team has is great, but I think that translates under the floor as just good teamwork. And there's a lot of unselfish players out there that are willing to give up the ball to the player that has the best opportunity of getting that shot.
Sounds like a great recipe for success. And that's it. Have a good night, folks.
Thanks.
Thank you.